What's up with these phones? This is a problem. Cell phones are a problem. Now, they're not saying it now, but I guarantee you in the near future, soon, there's going to be, a diagnosis for using cell phones. It's going to be a problem. I don't know if it's going to be a mental problem or how they're going to do the condition, but it's going to be a problem because you have people on their phones constantly and can't let it go. You have people in the hospital where I work. I'm at lunch, but I'm keeping it down because I don't want everyone or anyone hearing me in the next cubicles or in the next offices if they're over there. But the thing is, cell phones are a problem in the workplace. Now, people claim they need cell phones because they have loved ones or kids or, things of that nature. They need emergency situations to be handled right away. But what about in the day when we didn't have cell phones to do that? Okay, speeding forward, we do have cell phones now, right? And sometimes you do even need cell phones to get into computers to do to do secondary verifications. Okay, that's understandable. And then you can sit your phone down right in front of you. But you have people that are scrolling, constantly swiping through different sites and through social media, things of that nature, while they're supposed to work. And then when you tell them that they've made a mistake or they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, far as work-wise, they get an attitude. Well, the reason we're talking is because you were distracted and did something you weren't supposed to do. And then they have the audacity to get an attitude. So what is that? So the thing is, what I'm just trying to say, I just notice how cell phones are just a major problem. I see it in several people. It's not just men. It's just not women. It's just not one age group. But there is a majority of younger folks that are hooked on their phones. And watch, this is going to be a medical condition. Watch. It's going to be definitely a medical condition. I can see it because of the fact of people cannot separate themselves from their phone. I love my phone. I love to get on social media, but I know when to do it. Just like right now, I'm on lunch, right? I'm at lunch right now. I'm not going to be on my phone when I'm supposed to be working or go dip off on the side somewhere and start getting on my phone. I can't even complete my work like I want to as it is. What makes you think I'm going to get on a phone and get distracted about, when it's time for my work to be done? I'm going to get on a phone and get distracted or waste time, company's time at that. Now, my thing is, yeah, I am in a supervisor position. Fine, but it doesn't come from that. Even if I wasn't in this position, it doesn't come from that. It's just a problem that I am observing. And my thing is, at first I was kind of like blaming the person. I was kind of being like kind of a little bit more, oh my God. But then I started thinking, this is just possibly a medical condition that's not diagnosed because we're in sort of the early days of cell phone usage. We were using cell phones, but I was pretty much an adult by the time cell phones came around. But you have kids and you have young adults now who had cell phones at early ages. So they're like, they probably can't even remember when they didn't have a phone. I mean, think about it. Back in the day, like everyone's saying they need a phone, right, to get these emergency calls or maybe to check on their pets, whatever. But the thing is, when we have regular landlines here that can be used. Cell phones are not the end, of everything. What if power outages went out, or what if your cell phone needed recharging? So if someone wanted to contact you, they use a landline, right? So all that's out the window. And I do understand we need, again, phones for like secondary verifications for computers and all that stuff. And you need your, the codes and all that. But you can have your phone near you and just sit it down right by your computer and be right there at your hand. You don't have to be all the time scrolling and swiping and laughing and giggling and hee kiki and all that stuff on your phone. That's not job related. So my point is, okay, these folks know this. I remember one time I was telling somebody about their usage. And this is the thing too, by me being a supervisor, I tell people to stay off their phones and they get the attitudes. Don't you realize, and this goes for you people out there too, don't you realize that there's people above me that don't want to see this being done? And if they do see this, they're looking at us as supervisors. We're not doing our jobs. So what's the sense of us even being here? And you don't know that it puts our job in jeopardy because you don't care. Someone told me it ain't hurting anybody. Yeah, it is hurting somebody. It's hurting me because of the fact of it could make me look bad if I don't say anything and if I let you keep doing it. And then guess what? I might not have a job. So my thing is, let's just cut it all out altogether. It's not supposed to be used anyway, right? So, yeah, I was told that, like, it's not hurting anybody. I'm like, I wouldn't, haven't you thought about I wouldn't say anything if I didn't have to? You think that I'm just like, oh, let me be bossy and let me just tell this person they're not supposed to use a phone. No, it's not just that. It's the thing of it's not supposed to be used, one. Number two, other people may be tell you. That's above me. And then if you're buddies with me or friends with me, how about be, like, you know what? I better go ahead and, I don't want him to look bad, or I don't want to look bad not doing what I'm supposed to do. That is my friend or my buddy or my supervisor, whatever that person is to you. Because, some people are buddies with their supervisors. Some are related, what have you. But my point is, have some respect for us that are telling you this. It's not because we don't want you to, as of being bossy, being a jerk. It's the fact of you're not supposed to do it, and we're reminding you of that. And then there's people above us who's telling us, please remind them of that, because you don't want them to come to you. If the higher ups come to you, that would be a little bit embarrassing, don't you think, to all of us, for the fact of now the higher ups have to come to you because I can't do the job, and then they're coming to you now, and then now they're noticing you as a worker, and now you have their attention all on focused on you. And think about it, once the attention is focused on you about cell phones, they're going to come back and focus again on you and watch everything you do. Did y'all think about that? Food for thought. Subscribe and like. If you like, subscribe. Peace. You know what? Why didn't y'all tell me? I had a little nose hair right there. Man, y'all ain't no good. Y'all ain't no good. Peace. Till next time.